Hello everyone, welcome back. And it has been a while. I've been laying pretty low with the cryptocurrencies, but we are seeing a break of the major support line and the floor. And in my previous videos, this is what I was suggesting that probably would happen because we're in a downward trend for a long time and we're just getting squashed onto this floor, squash. Only matter of time until we broke through. And in my previous videos, I said, most likely we're going to 4,800, and it looks like we've actually just touched that now for the first time, and we could also head towards, 3,000. That would be the next major support at this stage, and it looks like it's building up momentum, and it looks like what's going on here and what it feels like is this is the last and final squeeze emotionally for people. So emotionally, this whole year for people who have been holding have just been emotionally wrecked. And this seemed here is like, okay, now, because I do believe that this is totally manipulated, totally controlled, it's such a small market. There's a few big players and they can literally play with people's emotions, and that's what's going on. And when we see this, people just sell, and they're selling straight into the hands of these people that want to buy up. But we could be going a lot lower because they really want to squeeze people as low as possible. So this looks like it is the final sort of piece, the nail in the coffin, and we don't know how low it'll go. I don't feel like it'll go lower than 2,800. That would be, I just don't feel like that's going to happen. About a week or two ago when we're up here, I was thinking 4,400. That's where I was thinking, but it's dropped so quickly down to 4,700 that we could just, shatter that and just keep on going. So I have most of my cryptocurrency out in, fiat and true USD, mainly fiat, but some true USD, no tether. And I've just been waiting. So I've been laying low, I've been waiting, and I'm not buying in here because it's like the knife is falling and you don't want to catch a falling knife. You want to allow it to hit the ground and then you want to pick it up. So we don't really ever know when the floor is, but I feel like cryptocurrencies in the long term have actually just been improving, and this is the final squeeze because people want to make a lot of money, these big players, so they want to buy as cheap as possible and then to ride it on up. But this could go quite low, and we're just seeing a huge sell-off in the market now, which is really interesting to witness. And if you've been on this journey, you've got to go through a full market cycle, and we're still putting in the final bits, I imagine, here. But you've got to go through a full market cycle in a year. You've got to go through the whole emotional cycle within a year. And this is pretty amazing because if you trade gold or silver, a full market cycle might take 20 or 30 years. A full market cycle might take 10 years. You've gained, if you've used this opportunity to learn, to study yourself, to study cryptocurrency, to study trends, to study Fibonacci's, to study Elliott wave, to study all these technical analysis indicators, volume, then you'll actually have a really good opportunity to make some great money when this market does turn into an uptrend, when the bulls get back on track. And we know how fast that can happen because cryptocurrencies is so emotional. And emotions, when they light up, it runs. And because it's such a small market, it can run very, very quick. But hopefully you've taken this time to really learn as much as you can through this year and save as much as your money that you've had the opportunity to do so. And as we've been in a downtrend for so long, if you've held on, well, hopefully you've learned from that, and hopefully next time you won't make the same mistake. I definitely didn't sell up here. I've been selling as we've been going down, and I would say around here did I sold most of mine. I just saw that it was going down, 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 and I sold along the way. And here I just could really see this full setting up as, wow, this could really break through this floor here and just plummet. And that's what we're seeing now. So I'm pretty much sitting on the sidelines. It's okay for me that it keeps going down, but I imagine if I had everything invested in cryptocurrency now, that my emotions would be going on a little bit of a ride. So, it's a very interesting position if you've held on all the way here. It's like, okay, how far do I hold? And no one has the answer. So, we will see how far we go, and hopefully when the knife hits the ground, we can pick it up and ride the next wave. The only reason why we wouldn't go into a next wave if cryptocurrency is the actual assets or the backing and the technology and the foundations and the fundamentals literally collapse. Say if the internet died or electricity died, but I don't see that happening. I see cryptocurrencies being a valuable commodity in the future, and I think the rich people are realizing that as well, so they're squashing it, and it's been set up. It's been set up for this to happen. There's been so much pressure being built into this little section here as well. So it's it's just been building for 2 months within this section, and we've been moving down, and then whack, we come crashing through the floor. So we're in a very interesting time for trading cryptocurrencies at the moment, and we'll see. And I'll be looking to buy back in. So there's 4,800, and around. I'll just be waiting and seeing. I'm going to look for a level off. We may even come back up. Touch some resistance and then push back down. And this is the thing, we're still in a downtrend. The moving averages, the 188 is still pushing down on the 88. So to buy now, like, oh yeah, it's so cheap, that's like trying to catch a falling knife. You don't want to do that. You want to allow it to hit the ground wherever that is, because this could keep falling. We just have no idea. We have to wait. I'm just a small player in this. I don't have any control over this, so I don't want to be taken advantage of, and I don't want to have my hard-earned money involved in a market right now that's literally being squashed by people with a lot of money and who are just playing with the small guys. So I'm going to wait for some positive indicators to come back into the market before I really get back in. But wishing you all the best on this wild ride, and I'll be in touch soon.